Hi, I'm Catherine Cawthorne and this is my new book, Big Bad Wolf Investigates Fairy Tales, illustrated by the wonderful Sara Ogilvie. Now, I'm the writer of this book and Sara is the illustrator, but the narrator of the book is the Big Bad Wolf, and he has written a letter for you that I'm going to read. Dear Clever Clogs, I bet you think you know the story of Cinderella and Jack and the Beanstalk and all those other rotten fairy tales about pigs, witches and peas, but you don't, not really. Just think for a minute. Could you really dance in a pair of shoes made of glass? What happens to a gingerbread house in the pouring rain? Are big ears really better for hearing with? And think about poor little me. I couldn't swallow Granny whole even if I wanted to. I'd probably just chew on her leg, and possibly an arm if I was super hungry. As for those pigs, what possible reason do I have to blow down their houses? I've got better things to do, but that's not the point. None of this adds up, and I'm going to prove it. Yours, scientifically, logically, and mathematically, the big, not quite so bad as you thought, wolf. Let's start with this ridiculously unscientific story. Everyone believes the cute piggies and nobody listens to me. So we learn the tale of the three little pigs, and then Wolfie has got some important questions to ask. Do pigs really have hairs on their chinny chin chins? Can wolves huff and puff? Which animal is actually more likely to come over and blow your house down? Would a straw house really blow down that easily? And also, how hard can you huff and puff? There's lots of other fairy tales covered in the book, including Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, and lots of other stories that you know. Now, why am I writing a book about fairy tales? Well, when I was a girl, my dad used to read me Ladybird fairy tales, which I really loved, but I was also a little bit scared of. And I've got a couple of them here. This is a book I had of the three little pigs, and here's the wolf falling down through the chimney, about to get his bottom burnt in the hot soup. And this is a terrifying drawing of the wolf dressed up as Granny and bursting out at Little Red Riding Hood. Now, my dad was reading these books to my children a little while ago, and reading The Princess and the Pea, and I was listening and it struck me what a very, very silly story this was, and it didn't really make any sense. And did anyone really think that us girls were so weak and pathetic that we could feel a pea through all those mattresses and then get bruised the next day? And it made me think really hard, and that's how this book was started. So I hope you really enjoy it. Big Bad Wolf Investigates Fairy Tales.